Bro, this guy's a guru right here. 1K people watching. He's a guru. This guy's right here is a guru. This guy's a guru. He's a guru. I don't know what the fuck he's doing live, bro. Bro, doing coding something, bro. He's a guru. Yep, this guy's a guru.
Burning money.
I ain't gonna lie. People got skill sets though.
Right, to get customers. And I saw, and then, hey.
All right, let's react to Eddie's video. Yeah, I seen him on my homepage basically right here when I went to YouTube. 1K watching. He's a guru. All right, let's go to Eddie's let's go to Eddie's video. Eddie's video. Let's go to Eddie's video. We gotta react to his full 2-hour video. Let's go to Eddie's video. All right, a full 2-hour video. Let's go. Let's go to profile. All right, let's go to Eddie's video. Eddie's video's right here. Yep, there we go. So yeah, most niches get oversaturated from angles. From like title angles.
Detailed YouTube course you've ever seen.
Well, let's watch it.
And before you just trust me to give you all of this info, I'll give you my background. My name is Eddie Eizner. I'm 21 years old, and I've been running YouTube channels for the past 5 years now. In that time frame, I've generated over $1 million on YouTube. Now, this channel that I'm showing on screen in the past 90 days alone has made $4,500. But what you might have not realized about this channel is that it is inactive. Here's another inactive channel in the last 28 days making $635. In the last 90 days made over $2,000. And although that doesn't seem like a lot, I haven't uploaded in over a year. So this is making $500 to $1,000 a month just paying for my food for the month. And keep in mind, these are just 2 of my inactive channels, not even showing my active ones. And just to show, I'm running a ton of active channels. I even have a channel I can show you where today I made over $1,000. As you can see, this is the latest day. If I do last 7 days, if I do last 28 days, this is the very latest day. If I press on settings, as you can see, this is USD, US dollar. I can press on it, press close. This is still here. This channel got monetized September 1st, and it's been doing between 50 to some days, you know, $281, $213 here, but it did over $1,300 today because the channel just started blowing up, and for tomorrow, it should be around $1,000 as well. But now I'm going to show you my bank account and my Google AdSense because I just don't care anymore. Now, for obvious reasons, I have to be very careful with what I show here. But this is Google AdSense, as you can see by the link, adsense.google.com. This is the last month that I've been paid for, which, as you can see here, is $26,777.53 from YouTube. And if I switch to summary view and then I switch it back to detailed transaction, you can see I'm not cutting the video and this is the same amount. And it even says amount in parentheses USD. And now for the final little bit of proof, as you can see at the URL, it is secure.chase.com. If I refresh the page, I'm not going to cut any of this, still secure.chase.com. Everything is blurred for an obvious reason, but I'm going to unblur it in just a sec once I get down to that YouTube payment with the exact amount. It's going to be on August 21st. And now I'm going to stop moving. I'm going to unblur right here, as you can see at the bottom of the screen, Org Co. name, Google Org. I don't really know what this means, but it's ACH credit for the exact same amount of $26,777.53. Now let's get into the course. So let's get into the YouTube success strategy. This is going to be the complete guide to understanding and beating the algorithm. And in the first little bit, we're not going to go into how to create your channel and all that. There's a lot that you need to actually learn about YouTube and its algorithm before you get into doing anything. Otherwise, you won't know why you're doing what you're doing. But trust me, you need to learn this, and a lot of people will not talk about this. The first thing you need to do is just in general understand how YouTube thinks. And what I mean is from a business perspective.
Aspect, yeah.
What is YouTube as a company? How do they make money? Things of that nature. So the truth is, YouTube makes money primarily through ad revenue. Just when an ad is watched or when you watch an ad on YouTube, YouTube is getting money. So their goal is pretty simple. Have as many ads watched as possible to maximize revenue. And if we want to be even more specific, YouTube takes around 50% of every ad watched. And I'm sure you know some creators make millions of dollars, and there's like 1 million creators on YouTube. So through the millions, hundreds of millions of dollars in ad revenue given to every YouTuber, YouTube is actually making that same amount because they take 50% of all ads. So yeah, YouTube makes a lot of money. Because of this, the algorithm cannot be random. And you might say, well, why does this core truth that I've written here mean that the algorithm cannot be random? Well, once again, you have to think about this from a business perspective. YouTube, of course, has an algorithm. You can't deny that. But people like to think that it's random. This simply cannot be true, because if it was random, YouTube would be leaving how many ads being watched on their platform kind of in the air up to a random algorithm. Now, although this might work, that's not going to maximize how much money they're making. And as a business, their goal is just make as much money as possible. So they have a team of hundreds of people that have been working for YouTube for many, many years. They've been around for almost 20 years at this point. So I promise you, they're still working on just making sure that their algorithm is going to output as many ads as possible. So the algorithm literally cannot be random. Otherwise, this would be the worst business of all time, because they're just leaving how much money they're making up in the air. It's really important to understand this. There is a 0% chance it's random. Now, why is this important? Well, it's pretty simple. If there is a set algorithm that isn't random, that means you, yes, you can learn it. And if you learn YouTube's algorithm, you are destined to be a millionaire. Meaning, if you can really truly understand all aspects of it. Now, that sounds far-fetched, but we're gonna get into that. Now, one thing to note about the algorithm is that oversaturation is real. If YouTube already knows viewers will watch a lot of ads on established creators' videos, why would they risk testing your content in the same niche? So let's say there's 10 celebrity news channels. So anytime there's news with Mr. Beast or Kai Cenat or some big streamer, there's a news channel for it. If there's already 10 channels in that niche and they've been around for 1, 2, 3 years, YouTube knows, okay, people like this content, there's nothing wrong with this content, people are going to this content and watching a lot of ads, which is great. Now, if you as a creator say, hey, this niche is getting a lot of views, let me just jump into it without doing any research on the niche, guess what? YouTube will never give you any views.
You're fucked. Hey, Eddie. Yo, Eddie. I'm glad I'm reacting to your video. Eddie, I got a few tips, bro. So if you're watching my stream too, Eddie, bro, yo, that's a great video. It's a great video you made so far, but there's some mistakes you made on it. But what I know of, bro, is niches itself. I want to point this out.
Use app.
Niches itself don't get oversaturated. The angles, so that's a bit different. The title angles itself do become oversaturated, bro. So, like I said, it's a great video you made, but I also found a few I run a military. I run like 3 military short channels. I basically scraped a lot of military channels last night. I found a shit ton of channels last night when I was searching through YouTube. So I'm gonna pull up the links right now. But I basically found a few channels, and when I was searching, I basically found these channels. But I'm gonna pull up the links. So all the channels that I basically found I found these. But I don't know. I noticed something though. I noticed how most of the titles they're using, it's like not the vidIQ score is not like all the way high for it. And I'm noticing something, bro. So yeah, so that was a great sign of you saying that niches do get oversaturated, bro. What they do? I found a lot of these military channels. So I basically found Military Man. I found this one right here. I found this niche. I also found this niche right here. I found Battle Man. I also found this channel right here. This channel right here, and they're all the same exact niche to me, but they do black and white stroke. They don't like do hard editing. Also found this niche right here called Battle Man. He has 179 videos, and then he has close to at least 183 videos. When we go to right here, you can see the bio. You notice how every single bio is different from like each one. So what I'm thinking is like their lanes and their pillars is a bit different, because we see these spooky rats, and you see the same thing, black and white stroke. You see armed stories, same niche, and you see that this channel right here is pulling close to at least 200 million views, and he's literally doing the same process, 100 million views. He's literally just stealing clips, upload, transforming it, getting it upload. Spooky Rats. Yeah, so Spooky Rats, so you see right here, I have 60 videos on my channel, but if we go to Arm Stories is about 400. So what I noticed was the angles itself do become oversaturated, because look, if we go to here, if we basically type this, let's see, it's most popular. Let's see 1 week ago. So let's see this one right here. Let me show you, for example, what I'm talking about. So
why is the U.S. military's...
If we basically go to YouTube and type this in right here, the angles for this right here becomes oversaturated, bro. What I mean by this, bro, is look, if we basically go to YouTube and just type this in right here. So let me show you what I'm talking about. If we go to here, alright, so let's go to this. So what I notice is this average subscribers right here, this becomes oversaturated, bro. So I like to avoid this. I like to go for like 17K. 17,000 right here. In order for the video to be pushed out, like, cause I know that these angles itself do become oversaturated, bro. So you're right about that. You're right about that. Cause why would YouTube push all channels out? There's like various channels, and I also found this niche right here. Let me also show you this channel, but I found a lot of these niches. So there was one right here. Another short channel with almost 14K subscribers. He had about closely to about at least. He had closely to about. There's a lot of channels. So what I'm noticing, he had closely to about 157 videos. So you see right here, we don't care. 157 videos. We go down. He's pulling in these views, so we know that these angles is what's doing it. So these title angles, because we go to here, it's most popular right here. We go to the most popular. We search this title right here. We can search this in YouTube. It's 5 months ago, right?
How long does it actually take to refuel a nuclear submarine? Many people.
So we go to YouTube. We type this in. Let's just type this in YouTube into a new tab. Let's go to YouTube. You see how submarines are refilled. So you see how submarines are refilled. So you can see basically of what I basically mean. So you see that how his average average subscribers right here. You want to try to go for 17K just to get pushed out, because like Eddie was right. These angles do become oversaturated, and you can't really do nothing about it. So yeah, so let's actually finish watching Eddie's video, then I'm gonna finish showing y'all these niches over here.
At all. In some cases, you'll literally get 0 impressions, meaning nobody will even see the video. And sometimes people think they're shadow banned when they're not. It's just because they went into a super oversaturated niche, because, for example, in that niche, YouTube already has its 10 established creators who have been on the platform for so long that they know, okay, these creators are going to maximize how many ads are watched for this type of content. So if you come in and try celebrity news, that's just an example.
And I also seen Winner also made a video too. Winner, I don't know if y'all know who Winner is. Winner. Let me show y'all his Twitter. His name is Winner. He made a video yesterday. So he's basically showing his channels, and he showed his channel right here. Winner. He basically showed y'all that y'all don't need like a million views.
10,000 views. That's all you need to
get monetized at like 300K views, he said, altogether.
earn a full-time income from YouTube. Let me show you. Right now, I'm logged into my YouTube channel called Sedated History. 10,000 earn a full-time income from YouTube. That equal to 217,000 hours of watch time, gave us 4,200 brand new subscribers to our channel, and then of course the number you're most excited for, that gave us $6,707 of pure ad revenue. We started the beginning of April with around $150 a day of ad revenue, then $1 a day in pure ad revenue. If we scroll down, you can see that our average view duration is around 30 to 50 minutes long, with some almost reaching. YouTube pays us a crazy amount of money per 1,000 views just for this. Here we have the recent viral video that got over 24,000 views. If you want a full 10-minute breakdown on how we...
And I also seen that, so let me show you another video. So I also seen that there was another creator that just returned. He haven't did YouTube automation videos in a while. So I'm gonna show y'all his video. By the way, yeah, he just posted a few hours ago. See it, Jeremy B. I basically retweeted right here. So I retweeted under this. I basically said, "Yo, welcome back." I used to watch his videos in 2022.
To $10,000 on a brand new YouTube channel as fast as possible. In this video, we're saturated, because if it was something that all the big creators were already...
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and watch this video. So we go to Jeremy B. Jeremy B just posted a YouTube video. We go to here. We're going to watch his YouTube video. We're going to go to his YouTube channel and watch it. Yeah, I'm glad he's back. Jeremy B. Yeah, this is the guy that had over 1 billion views on multiple channels. Multiple faces channels. Let's go to his video. Jeremy B, yeah. Because I remember this guy used to sell a course. Alright, so you see he has an unfiltered channel, just like an unedited, unfiltered YouTube automation channel, just like me. So you see 5 videos. I don't care about the subscribers. You see 12K views, yeah. So, and you see he's pulling these views consistently because he knows how YouTube works. He made multiple viral videos. Alright, so let's go to watch this video. Let's go to Jeremy B. And yeah, we're gonna finish watching Eddie's video, but yeah, I wanna show you how Jeremy B basically just posted a new video. Alright, so yeah, so you need closely to at least 300,000 channel views to get monetized. 300,000 closely to 200K. Alright, let's basically watch this video. Let's start it over. Yeah, let's watch it. Let's watch the full video.
I mean, sure, it's not free, but take a look at the I've grown over 26 successful YouTube channels myself and helped over hundreds of our students grow their channels too. That's how I got my 11 YouTube plaques in the background. And today I want to prove that it doesn't take long at all to grow a YouTube channel, as long as you have the right system and you're willing to work at it. And so I'm going to give you my entire system in this video. So make sure to watch until the end so you get all the parts of it. And so we have to start with finding the niche. I like to start by looking for recent overperforming videos on new and small channels. If someone can get like 100,000 views,
you notice how these have consistent views we saw about, like this one right here, flop, 58,000, 120K, 9.8K, 46,000 views, so 18K. And we noticed that if we, hold up.
Or a million views.
Alright, so let's go to the channel. You notice if we go to the channel, Nitro Byte. So it's called Nitro Byte, right? Alright, Nitro Byte. Alright, let's go to the channel. Let's go to Nitro Byte. Let's duplicate this. Alright, let's go over to the channel. Their channel is called Nitro Byte. Nitro Byte. Let's go to it. Nitro Byte. Yeah, thanks Jeremy, by the way, for the video too. Thanks for the tips, bro. Yeah, let me show y'all something. For example, what I mean. So let's go to the channel. Let's go to Nitro Byte. Let's go to Nitro Byte. Yeah, let's listen to what Jeremy told us to do, chat. Yeah, so let's go over there. Alright, so if we open this up right here, you can see basically its angle. So you see 59,000 views, 2.3K. We're looking for consistent views like this on a smaller channel like this. Exactly, so 2K, 33 videos where he can't have shorts.
Are you hunting for those rare blueprints?
Yeah,
but tired of farming these same old spots and getting the patina every time? Well, Raiders, you're in luck. Today we check out this.
He basically can't do shorts. He gotta have consistent views like that. That's a good sign. So if you can find a smaller channel like this and go views like this consistently, that is a great sign. So if we go to search, you see of what basically Jeremy meant, but I'm pretty sure this average subscribers over here is not over a mil. Oh wait, it is. No, it's not. What did I say? So you want this to be our average subscribers right here to be over under 300K or less than 100K in order for you to get pushed out. Why do I say this? Because I've seen this happening from myself. So if you see over here, so if I go over there, one of my titles, one of my old titles. So when I had 17,000 views on my short got pushed out because average subscribers wasn't really full. And it was easier for the argument to push it out for search based. Since it's going to short feeds, So search based channels, you basically want to avoid this because look, you're basically going to search. If you're competing with channels over a million view subscribers, it's going to be hard for you to try to stand out. So yeah, alright, let's finish watching Jimmy's video though.
If it's a short on a channel with less than 10,000 subscribers, that is a clear market opportunity since it's something that's already working on a channel that doesn't have a pre-existing audience. If something does blow up on a new or small channel like this, it's a huge indicator of first that there is big audience demand, since a lot of people are willing to watch that topic from a creator that they haven't seen before. And second, that it's likely undersaturated, because if it was something that all the big creators were already doing, then it wouldn't have worked on the smaller channel in the first place. And so to find these opportunities, I usually just use some sort of keyword research tool. Like I like to use the Next Level Chrome extension, but you could use anything else. You just want a tool that's going to allow you to specifically research for these exact data points. For example, here with the Next Level Chrome extension, we can filter a YouTube search by different views and subscriber counts, plus use it to search for outliers that will work as content gaps. Also, I'll filter for stuff that's usually maybe 20 to 30 days, often even just 1 or 2 weeks old, since finding earlier opportunities is definitely going to give you a better chance of success. From there, I can usually find a couple dozen opportunities that fit my criteria within a couple hours of research. In this case, there was one channel in particular that I found as I was searching through some documentary niches that was blowing up to insane levels. It's this one, Nature Lost Vault. At the time, the channel had around 30,000 subscribers with multiple videos reaching the 500,000 to 1 million views mark. So there's definitely some big outliers here, and they're hugely outperforming their channel size. So it's not just new and small channels where you can find these opportunities, but also from really big outliers on these medium-sized channels as well too. But there is a bit of a problem here. With the Nature Lost Vault niche, it's actually been a couple months since they started. When I checked, the niche had about 10 or 15 competitors already. If I'm being fully honest, it's probably a little bit too late to fully copy them and enter the exact same niche. At least if we want to make $10,000 a month. Maybe it would work if you want to make $2,000 or $3,000 a month, but I'm going to look for something a little bit better. Based on this original channel, I've got an idea for something that's going to be a little bit better. Because this is super common. You know, good niches get leaked really quickly. Plus,
They do. You're right. And one thing Jeremy is right about that. Good niches do get leaked quickly, and it becomes like the volume of it becomes oversaturated, so it'll be hard for you to like get pushed out.
with all the niche finding tools out there, anything that blows up is going to get discovered no matter what. And then it's only a matter of time until it becomes oversaturated. And I find there's usually only about a 2-week window where a niche is possible to find and also not too late to start. And that's really not that much time at all. But in the case when the niche is a little bit later than ideal, which is honestly going to be 99% of the time, I like to then apply the strategy of using an adjacent niche. That is to take a niche that's working really well and blowing up, but approach it from a new angle that hasn't
Wow, yeah. Approach it to a new angle that has never been done before.
been done before yet. And there's 4 ways that I like to do this. The first is to take the original niche and do things bigger and better. So using those original outliers and taking them to the next level, spending more money on the videos, spending more effort and time on the content creation process, just doing whatever the next step up is from the original idea. Another thing I like to do also is taking the same niche, but applying different subjects.
Oh yeah, you could take that same niche and apply it to a different. That's a good tip too.
So bringing in other topics and video ideas from other niches that haven't been done before yet for the niche that you're currently trying to enter. Usually you can find these ideas pretty easily by just researching other adjacent niche channels too. And the third option is to take the same subject, the same video ideas and topics, but bring that to a new niche instead. So just taking those outlier ideas, but applying them to a new niche that hasn't been done before yet. Now the fourth method is a little bit of a secret tech here, and that is to honestly just do the exact same thing as the original creator, but to do it in a different language instead. Because
yeah, the different language. I seen that that 5 million view channel do that shit. And he pulled 5 million views on long form. I think I showed him on my other stream.
when you're bringing things,
When he basically took this one niche right here, he took this one niche and he brought it to a different language. So if we go to media, let me show you. Let me show you that real quick. So if we go to media, he basically had this niche, but he brought it into a different language. Let me show you. It's over here. It's closer to about. It's about. Yeah, so I test a lot of niches out. Test niches and most niches flop. See this one right here is basically what I'm talking about. Like this one right here, Triple. I don't know if y'all know his name. His name is Triple Docs, but he basically took this. It's auto dubbed in English because I'm English, of course. But if we basically go to incognito mode and type his YouTube, you can see that title was in different languages. If we go to here, I'm gonna show y'all. So if we basically go to YouTube. We go to YouTube and we go to incognito mode. We could type in tropical dog. So that's this channel name. So tropical dog. So we go to it right here. You see 26,000 subscribers, but what I'm noticing is he audio dubbed this video that got 6 million views. This was basically in a different language. So this was in a different language, and yeah. So you see, it's audio dub, but it was closely in a different language, and we gotta cook it.
Really private entrance, entertainment center.
Imagine a country, a third of which
You see,
lies
it was Russia. He audio dubbed it in English though. So Jeremy was right about that when he said, "Yo, you need to start testing videos out in different languages." Cause this channel did that, bro, and he pulled 6 million views. He brought in a global audience. 6 million views with 500 comments. So that shit did work. Jeremy was right about that. So yeah, cause if we go over there, we search. You can see if we search the title right here, you can see that if we go to average subscribers, you can see that this right here is oversaturated. So when this is right here oversaturated, so the only opportunity you got is to bring it to a new language, so it don't get over or get a new angle, because you gotta think you're competing with 1 million view channels with a 1 million view history, so it's gonna be like hard for you to really stand out unless you bring that title to another language. So Jeremy was right about that. Let's finish watching this video though.
To a new audience, you can take those videos that were already really good and just remake them in a new language with the content adjusted for that new target audience as well. And I imagine you've probably found that it's fairly easy to find niches that are just a little bit too late to get started, or niches that are just a little bit too saturated to really have a good chance of success. I mean, that's kind of every niche on YouTube to an extent, right? So the best thing is just to find something that's working, that's at least recent enough, like a couple months old, that you also know you can reproduce those same videos with similar quality, and then apply that to an adjacent niche that hasn't been done before yet. Now, if we break down the format from the Nature Lost Vault channel, here's a few of their early videos that went mega viral. So the foundation of their ideas here is about presenting some sort of lost technology within agriculture, like a lost superfood, for example, or a plant that's infinitely renewable. There's also this underlying feeling in their topics that include this conspiracy element to it, but it also creates a villain and implies a story. So not just why was this lost, but who is behind this? How did this happen? Why did this get banned? And so in this case, the adjacent niche that I'm going to do is taking the Nature Lost Vault subjects and the overall format that they're doing and apply that to a new niche that hasn't been done before yet. So instead of doing videos for lost agriculture technology, what other lost technologies could we explore instead? Well, I made this AI prompt here for brainstorming adjacent niche ideas like this. It also works for video ideas too. So we take this prompt, we just upload it into Claude, and then we plug in some video examples from Nature Lost Vault, as well as a few video transcripts and screenshots of their channel and their best performing videos, and then tell it in the prompt that we also want just ideas for adjacent niches specifically, and we'll get
Give me ideas for adjacent niche, not video ideas based on examples. Give him read the PDF for the full prompt instructions. Yeah.
Back a bunch of really good ideas, plus some really good explanations and big details about them too. And by the way, if you watch until the end of this video, I'll show you exactly how you can get all the AI prompts that I'm going to show you in this video completely for free. So stay tuned for that until the end. But first, I have to show you our full content process. So with this prompt, we came up with the adjacent niche idea of applying these topics to homes and houses instead of agriculture. Things like house building, heat and electricity, utilities, home DIY repairs, and so on. And this is a really great adjacent niche. You know, it captures the spirit of the original content. It's relatable to the human experience. You know, everyone lives in a house, everyone pays for heat and electricity. But at the same time, these things are also super expensive and really annoying to deal with sometimes. And I bet there's a lot of conspiracy theory topics that we could exploit too. So let's run the ideation prompt again, but this time tell it that we want video ideas with the context of this adjacent niche that we've...
All right, so what I noticed is, let's go to my... I want to point you out something. So yeah, so I'm glad he's actually doing this, which is helping out a lot. I want to rewind that video though. I want to rewatch that part, but I basically want to show y'all something because I'm glad Jeremy is he's back and he's back recording these type of videos because I basically want to show y'all something. So what I recently seen was lately is that this video right here got 3K views, which is not a lot of views, but if we go over to search, I noticed is when these average subscribers, like, let's basically take that out. Let's go to duh. Let's take that out. Duh. Alright, so we go to search. Alright, so let's go to rule. Let's take this emoji out real quick. So if we go to search, we notice that You see my video right here, 3K views. We notice how my video went basically in front of this video right here. It was way better than this shit. So you see, so what I noticed is I try to avoid these average subscribers being like as high because it's hard for YouTube like to push out your video when these angles a bit become like oversaturated a bit. So yeah, it's hard like for YouTube to basically give your channel more views. Because if we open this up right here, it was like wait, nothing good about this video right here. 9 months ago. And bigger channels already got bigger authority, but I'm
Today, the United States has 11 aircraft carriers. China has 3. Been using
he never pulls as many. You see, 8.8 million views, 57,000 subscribers. This is called an outlier. Yeah, it's called an outlier. So that's what I try to avoid. I try to avoid angles where it's being oversaturated at. So yeah. So Jeremy's about right. Niches do get oversaturated. I've seen it a lot. Happen to me a lot. Because if we basically scroll down, let me show y'all. If we go over to this, we basically go over to this part right here. I'm gonna show y'all what I mean, basically. Let me show y'all. Let's go to 19,000 subscribers. Let's go to video details. Let's go up to this. Let's basically type this in search. You see, so the Navy news secret, Better. Yeah, so you notice that these angles become a bit over, because this angle right here was basically untapped. Like it was untapped. Not a lot of channels posting it. So I try to catch these angles when I can catch them. So yeah, because I don't want to try to go into angles where it's already oversaturated. So yeah. So if I basically show you my other one right here. My sweet range is, I don't want to go over like, so let me basically pull up the 17,000 view title right here. Yeah, I mean it helps when this average subscribers like not like being over 1.3 million, because you gotta think, you gotta compete with all these highly trust channels in search. It's gonna be hard for you to like really stand out for the YouTube to push your videos. Cause how did I know that? Copilot and ChatGPT and Gemini told me that. That's how I found it out. And they said if your average subscribers are basically like over 1 million, it's gonna be hard, and you're gonna get views out. So you could get views out. But yeah, so that's why I try to avoid like the average subscribers being like over 1 mil, because it's hard for like to get pushed out. So let's go to search. So the newest Navy, let's be searches right here. Say searches again. Alright, so the newest Navy right here. Yes, I'm gonna have to probably go over. Yeah. Did it search? Alright, so we see it. Yeah, we see it. So I noticed that when this is like low right here and this highest views is higher, it's easy to get pushed out. But when this is like, so you notice that my video has 99 views per hour right now. 99 views per hour. You notice is, like I said, I don't want to try to go into angles where it's over like 1 mil, because it's harder for YouTube to push my video out. Like this video right here, this got 99 views per hour right now.
Engineers built a $5 billion submarine designed to do something almost impossible. Disappear in
But the AP views were made it fail the script. So ChatGPT made the script.
the ocean.
But if we go over to more, yeah, it got 99 views per hour. So I try to go into angles where it's basically not like oversaturated yet. So if we go over to my 22,000 view one right here, 22,000 title right here, 22,000 view video right here, short. We go to this video details. So we go to the real reason the U.S. Navy hates Trump. So you see right here, we go to hashtag shorts. You can see, so I'm basically at hashtag 1 right now under his term. My video's number 1. So if we scroll down. We scroll down a bit. I try to avoid the average subscribers being over 1 million, because like I said, it's hard for YouTube to like push you out. So it's gonna be hard for like YouTube to really push out your video. But yeah. Alright, so let's finish watching Jeremy's video though.
And I bet there's a lot of conspiracy theory topics that we could exploit too. So let's run the ideation prompt again, but this time tell it that we want video ideas with the context of this adjacent niche that we've now decided on. So with that, we get back some great concepts, some new ideas here. And so from this list, for the first ideas, I think I want to start with a topic covering just really cheap house buildings. And then maybe for the second video, let's do an idea based on like heat and utility costs. Here's a quick preview of the 2 videos that I'm going to be planning here after this little brainstorming session. The thumbnails are going to come later, of course, but just to show the full picture of kind of what we're going for here. So this first idea here, the $5,000 house they made illegal. Why are you not allowed to build it? This is an idea that obviously plays off of everyone, rent is way too expensive these days, right? Plus, it builds a really interesting conspiracy story of why it's illegal to build cheaper houses that we can talk about in the video. And the second idea, this home heats itself forever. Why did the energy industry bury it? Another similar concept this time, but for heating, getting free heat forever. That's a really crazy idea. Plus, we have the arc of like, why did this happen? Why did this get banned? Who's behind this? And so on. And I think this sets us up for some pretty good video ideas here. And I just did a little quick double check research to make sure the ideas hadn't been done before. And I think we're set up and pretty much good to go here. Now, the next step is going to be making these ideas into actual videos, of course. So let's start with some video scripts, which of course I have an AI prompt for again as well. So let's just plug in our script writing prompt here into the same chat and just
Alright, let's dive into it. Oh yeah, for sure.
tell Claude which idea we want to write the script for. We got to do these one at a time, but pretty
So
sure.
video should be about 15 minutes long. Use the earlier transcript from the natural laws of the vote for sure.
Straightforward. And with this script writing prompt, we just want to provide as much input as possible.
I noticed that basically whatever Jeremy attached it, it's pulling from Google for a script, which this is a great thing. It's pulling from Google, which is a great thing.
For the AI to actually use as trading data. So we're going to input
Output analyst, research summary.
just a bunch of transcripts from competitors from the original niche, screenshots and ideas, analytics from the channel, just everything and anything that we can find. Give it as much information as possible here. And then the AI will have the full context to then go ahead and write us a really good quality script. So here we go. We ran the prompt and now we have a pretty good script back here. The next step, of course, is to revise the script, which I think a lot of you guys are probably going to skip over, but it's really important. I think you can make AI videos significantly better if you just spend 20 or 30 minutes manually revising every single part of it. Like with the script, I'll usually spend a little bit of extra time to optimize the intro, just double check for any mistakes or errors, and just fix any of the super wordy or really drawn out parts, because AI has a tendency to like over explain and make things way more complicated than it needs to be sometimes. And this is the kind of thing that will really set you apart from all the other AI slop channels. And honestly, it's not that much effort, and it's a really good return on the time invested to making the content actually better too. Now that we have a script, of course, all that we have to do next is make the actual video, right? So this is the crazy part though. For our content process, all we do is we take our video script that we just generated,
Oh, VidRush.
and then we plug it into this new software known as VidRush. VidRush is an AI content creation tool that creates fully edited videos from scratch using just your script or even a prompt.
That's fire.
So we take our script, we upload that.
Wait. So if you got hit with inauthentic, can you show them the site where you created with VidRush, or like can this cause issues down the road?
The VidRush, and that's kind of it for our content process actually. On VidRush, you just gotta give it a video title, select the 11 Labs voiceover, select a couple editor style choices, and VidRush will give us back a really good quality,
No, that's
fully
fire.
completed video that we didn't have to edit ourselves at all. And it's also much cheaper than paying an editor to do it as well, and in my experience, it's just as good, honestly. And by the way, the original Nature Lost Vault channel was also made using VidRush. So once
Wow, that's crazy.
video is done generating here, I'll watch through it once just to review and check for any mistakes or errors. It takes like 20-30 minutes, and once that's all done, we can go ahead and render the video, and we get a fully completed video downloaded just like that.
No, that's fire.
So from start to finish, to finding the niche, to now having 2 fully completed videos, it took me about 3 hours. And it costs about $20, $25 per video. Really not too bad, I think. I mean, sure, it's not free, but take a look at the quality of this footage and editing. I've hired and worked with over 100 video editors on all my other YouTube channels before this existed, and the VidRush quality is about as good as editors that I would pay $75 per video for or more. Plus, you could easily make it cheaper by making the videos a little bit shorter, since with VidRush you're paying per every minute of video that you generate. So if we just started out with a little bit shorter videos, it could have easily been like $15 a video only too. And right now VidRush is in closed beta, but if you actually go to the VidRush website and sign up for the waitlist, fill out the form there, and then at the end of the waitlist sign up form, there is an option to put in a referral code, and if you use my code JeremyB, you'll be able to get access to it immediately and skip the closed beta waitlist. Again, the code is JeremyB, and I'll leave a link in the description for you too. And with 1,000 views, and this was all on a first video blew up immediately. It went on to get 20,000 views, our second video over 200,000 views, and this was all on a brand new channel starting from 0 views, 0 subscribers, and a fresh account. And by the way, if you're wondering, we've had no issues with getting and staying monetized on this channel. I think the VidRush quality is just that good that there really haven't.
Bro, I'm happy Jeremy B is back, bro. I'm happy he's back, bro, because that way he's back making tweets. I could learn more things about YouTube. I'm glad he's back, and I could get better at coaching. I'm really glad he's back.
Been any concerns with monetization for us so far. But hey, this is a speed run to $10,000, not just 2 videos blowing up, right? And I haven't forgotten about giving you my AI prompts. I'll show you where to get those again at the end of this video. Now, our next steps are to find ways to improve and optimize the content even further. With AI content in general, you always want to try to find ways to level things up so that you aren't just making the same videos as everybody else, right? For example, such as using an exclusive private tool that you could get access to using code JeremyB, link in the description at vidrush.ai. But otherwise, for starters, we can use 11 Labs and use their professional voice clone feature to create what I believe is the highest quality AI narrator right now. You just need to record like an hour or so of you narrating something in the style that you want for your videos, and then use that recording to generate a pro voice clone, and then instead of inputting the scripts into VidRush, you can then create the audio in 11 Labs, or I mean honestly you could just record it with a human narrator too, take that voice recording and then upload it directly into VidRush, and that will give you a much higher quality narrator than the publicly available 11 Labs voices, and VidRush still reads the script from your actual voiceover too, so it works great. We also use Nano Banana Pro to create higher tier thumbnails manually. If you just go back to the original Claude chat where you generated the script, you can ask it to generate a prompt or even ideas for thumbnails that you could use for this video, and then you take that prompt that Claude generates and you plug that into the image generator, either Nano Banana Pro or people use GPT images too. And then what I also like to do is input like a competitor outlier in Nano Banana just as an example, and then tell the AI how you want to adjust the image based on the example, and then run a few extra iterations after that to just tweak and perfect all the little details, and you can get something really good with that. I mean, no Photoshop or photo editing experience required. And from there, it took about a week to get monetized from when we posted.
No, use W, Jeremy. Thanks, Jeremy.
The first video. Eventually, we ramped up
sure.
to posting almost daily.
Thanks a lot, bro. Nah, for sure. W video. He runs multiple channels too, and like I said, it's good to run multiple channels because you're testing multiple formats, and you're basically testing to see what works. So, and Jeremy been in the game for a minute.
Daily videos while improving the content, and I mean, everything went amazing. The first day we were monetized, we made $600 in ad revenue, and then just 10 days later, we had hit $11,000 in total earnings. And again, this was all on a completely brand new channel from scratch. I mean, is this good enough for a world record speedrun? I certainly hope so. Maybe we can try to get a page for this on speedrun.com in the future. Now, one thing I do want to clarify about this channel, Lost Build Archives, is it's not entirely my channel. Lost Build Archives is actually something I created in partnership with one of my coaching students, Chris from Germany, as a part of my one-to-one mentorship program. So if you wait until the end to get all my AI prompts for free, I'll send them straight to your email. The way to get them is I have it set up to automatically send straight to your email after you fill out an application for the one-to-one mentorship program. You don't need to even get approved or anything like that. You literally just get an automatic email sent to you directly right away after you fill out the application. It only takes about 1 minute and it's free to do. And then you'll get all of my AI prompts as well as a free YouTube course and a bunch of extra bonuses just sent directly to the email that you fill out the form with. And if you made it this far in the video, leave a comment for a little secret shout out right here at the end. Maybe tell me something about your channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
W video, Jeremy.
Example, I don't know if this is oversaturated, but in this specific example, now that you came in maybe a year, 2 years after all of these established creators got established, YouTube's not going to split test to be like, oh, we're going to take the viewers from these channels and give it to a random new channel when they already know that those established channels will maximize how much money they are making. Once again, think about this from a business perspective. Once again, like I said, since we know the algorithm exists and isn't random.
All right, let me switch this account. Let's go to switch channels. All right, so let's go over to this World Cup stage 1.
We can learn it, which is what we're going to do in this video. Now let's go over the YouTube push order, meaning how does YouTube push out videos into the algorithm? Like when you go on YouTube and you see a video, why do you have that video on your recommended? Now a lot of people think there's a lot of different factors, and it's a lot more simple than you might think, or at least it can be simply put, and I'll show you how to put it simply. Number 1, YouTube is going to look at your title. Number 2, YouTube will look at your thumbnail. And number 3, YouTube will look at your AVD, which is your watch time. In specific, it means average viewer duration. So if you have a 10-minute video and the average viewer watches 3 minutes, your AVD is 30%. Now, why is this important, right? This seems so simple, just 1, 2, 3, right? This is important because you need to understand that if your title is bad, then nobody's gonna see your thumbnail, right? Because the order is YouTube takes your title, and then based on your title will decide, is this a good topic to push into somebody's recommended? So if they think so, then they'll push out the video, right? Because YouTube's not looking at your thumbnail. How are they gonna do that? This is an algorithm, right? So they're literally only looking at your title. So if your title is bad, guess what? Thumbs down, nobody's seeing your thumbnail, meaning nobody's clicking on your thumbnail, so you're never gonna get an AVD. You're never going to get any watch time, right? So people talk about, oh, the thumbnail is so important. Let's focus on a 4-hour video on the thumbnail, which the thumbnail is important, of course, but you got to realize that if you just put no focus on the title, which I see a lot of people on YouTube not mentioning at all, then nobody's even going to see your thumbnail. So this is the order that they push it. So first your title needs to be good. Then people need to click on your...
Yo, I'm going to get his niece 22 days of posting. And then I'm going to get his niece 22 days of posting. And then when the World Cup dies down a bit, I'm gonna start. I want to start like doing like videos of some of these players. I want to do. I want to do what I'm doing right now, but like I basically want to like catch up to what's trending right now. But he's right, bro. He's right that niches do get oversaturated. So that I can't lie about niches. But I mean the angles, the title angles itself do, but the niches, bro, they evolve. The titles do get oversaturated. You're right about that. The keywords. So, yeah, because I just made this FIFA channel last night, and I'm seeing that there's a smaller channel, 2K subscribers, not videos. I'm seeing if we go to more. I'm noticing that he just started his channel September 1st last year. He already has 300,000 views. This is how many views you need to get monetized. We go to his video right here. It only took him one video, bro. They go viral. So I look at that like this. The core idea for this from this video is we gotta open it up. There's no hard editing to it. Like we gotta watch it. No hard editing to it. You see, chat?
Absolute political neutrality. Complete commercial.
So the hook is
I think regardless of the consequences.
first 30 seconds. First 30 seconds of the video is the make or break. So that's why I want to get this Argentina, this World Cup shit. At least 22 days, 22 videos in and see where it goes. See where this channel goes.
If I want Argentina to win, then why do you make us come play? I'm going to say what I think, regardless of the consequences. This was clearly a fixed game.
And this hook is what hooked them
A
on.
masterclass in psychological resilience. It was the beautiful game at its absolute members
Zoom
of the
in.
European.
Yeah, he's just images in the videos. Like it's not hard edited at all.
Is already.
He only had that one clip right here, and then after that one clip was done, he basically just put images and video for the rest of the video. And I'm noticing like all these patterns like on his channel. So and I'm seeing that look, he had a flop right here, 60 views, 17 views, 89 views, 1K, 100 views. So and then he basically seen what was viral right now, and he made a video on it and was the first one to get all these views to come in. So if we go to a homepage, we go to the YouTube logo. We see World Cup. We see World Cup. We see 1.4 million views 1 month ago. This is mainly the core idea was doing this. So we see that this channel has at least 1 million views from one video, 1.2K subscribers. So it's mainly the core idea that made this viral. You see it's gaining 8K views per hour still. That's fucking crazy, bro. One video, bro. Let's go to the overview. So this shit started at least. Yeah. I don't want to get copyrighted. But we go to first 24 hours. This channel started at least 7 views first 3 hours. Wow. And I'm seeing it. Now that's fucking incredible. Hold up. All right, so this video started at least 7 views, and in the first 7 days it needed some time for the algorithm like to push it out more, and then it took it 28 days to get to. Wow, he went from low views, 33 views, 18 views, 12 views, and now it's having at least 300K views on one video. Wow, that's fucking insane, bro. So he went from 7 views first few hours to now having at least 1.4 million. So did he do a title change? So he did do a title change. I wonder what day was it. Wow, so he did that title change, and then that's when all the views shot up. Wow, that's crazy. Wow. But yeah, you don't want to do this type of content though. It got to be monetizable. But that goes to show you that the core idea is what did this. The core idea is what did this. Alright, so let's go to right here. So we see one day ago, 100,000 views, Messi. Let's open it up. Let's open it up.
Before the highly anticipated clash between Argentina and Egypt kicked off, Mohamed Salah once again demonstrated his class as a captain. As a sign of respect for Lionel Messi, the former Liverpool star allowed the Argentine legend to choose which side of the pitch his team would start on. Messi warmly appreciated players to show his respect after an intense battle on the pitch.
Wow, did he let original audio play right here? Alright, so let's go to the first 7 days. So how many views did he have in the first 7 days? First 24 hours. So this video first 3 hours posted 400 views average. So he went from 3K to 100K. Wow. And I'm seeing it all right here. So 100,000 views. Wow. So let's go to the channel. Let's see the whole channel itself. Alright, so 500. Yeah, he already has an establishment audience. We want to see one like recently where it don't have these many videos. So if he already has an establishment audience. This is what Eddie means. So I want to see a channel less than 40 videos because look, he already has establishment audience. So the smaller channels is basically getting recommended is the ones with the good core idea. So let's scroll over a bit. Let's go to at least, yeah, this one right here. So we see 80,000 right here. Yeah, this right here will be one I look like. 40 videos, 6K subscribers. Yeah, 40 subscribers. But we see 400,000 views, and yeah, he's monetized. So we scroll down. This will be the channel I basically look at for good core ideas. Because we go to his most popular. You see, he just had an outlier 3 weeks ago. So if we basically go to this video right here. It's not hard to edit it. Can be. This is basically what Eddie means.
You've ever seen and then if the click
92 minutes gone in Atlanta. Egypt are out, and the man in the tracksuit is standing on the touchline, crossing his arms in front of his chest.
You can make this with VeriRush. But let's also go to overview.
Directed towards Argentina, he said on camera. Then he posted online that the tournament is fixed for FIFA's favorite and signed off with 2 words, shame on FIFA. Now, a losing coach shouting about referees is the oldest sound in football.
Yeah, so we go to right here. 80,000.4K views. We go to the first 24 hours. So we can see the thumbnail. The packaging matters. Yeah, the packaging matters. So what I also seen was exclusive FIFA Nightmares. And yeah, this thumbnail is made using AI. Alright, so let's watch Eddie's video.
Every single video you're going to post is only basketball highlights. You don't do basketball highlights, then basketball news, and basketball documentary.
Broad niche, plus sub niche, channel niche. Broad niche, generic topics, basketball, Call of Duty, etc.
Every video on the channel would be basketball highlights. For Call of Duty, there's tons of, sub niches you could do. You could do like Call of Duty voice trolling, Call of Duty just gameplay, additive gameplay, Call of Duty patch notes news. There's a ton of sub niches you could do inside of a broad niche. Inside of cooking, you could do cooking tutorials as your sub niche. or it could just be cooking for fun. There's also a ton of sub niches there. History could be a broad niche, and then the specific sub niche is going to be, the world. So your channel niche will be world history, or it could be United States history, or whatever history. So keep in mind, any channel you see on YouTube will always have a broad niche and a sub niche. First thing you should do is next time you're on YouTube, just challenge yourself. Try and figure out if you can understand what the broad niche is and what the sub niche is. Because once you can do that, you're gonna have a really easy time finding a niche in the future. We'll go over how that is important and how it ties in later as to finding a niche. But trust me, it's very important that you could just distinct between the broad niche and the sub niche of any channel you find. Now, a third term, the niche pool. What is the niche pool? Well, the niche pool is the total videos in a niche. So let's say we have basketball highlights as our specific channel niche, where, as I just said, the broad niche is basketball, sub niche is highlights, so the channel niche is basketball highlights. So let's say we have the basketball highlights niche on YouTube. If 3 of these basketball highlights channels have 10 videos each, that means that there's 30 videos in the niche pool. So of course there's way more than 3 basketball highlights channels on YouTube, but this is just an example. So let's say there were exactly 3 basketball highlights channels on YouTube, and they each had 10 videos. Well, 10 times 3 is 30. So although yes, each channel might have 10 videos, in total there are 30 videos in the niche pool, and nobody talks about this. I've never seen anybody talk about this, so I had to make my own term for it. I don't think there's another term for it. So we're gonna use niche pool because, I don't know, it sounds cool. And like I said, correct me if I'm wrong, I've literally never seen anybody mention this, and this is insanely important, which is why it's crazy I've never seen anybody mention this. Maybe I'm accidentally leaking stuff and people will be mad at me, but this is important. And as we go through, the niche stuff, you'll see why this is important. So this is pretty much just identifying what these 3 terms mean, because I'm gonna be using them a lot, in the coming little bit. So niche criteria, very important. Why is this very important? Because this is the criteria as to how you're gonna pick your niche when you choose a channel. So I have 2 main criteria, and those criteria are gonna be the channel age, and that's just gonna be less than 6 months old. So check the channel that you're looking at and check when their first upload was, not when the channel was created. I'll just show this channel for example. If we go to their videos and sort by oldest.
Alright, Eddie. So bro, Eddie, I want to basically point out something, bro. A niche, when you have a niche, there's different lanes to a niche. So there's different lanes to a niche, and all the titles look different, bro. But you're right, niches do get overshadowed, but angles itself, like the titles itself, get overshadowed from the keywords. Like when you're all using the same keywords, it becomes like YouTube becomes a bottleneck where it don't want to push out that video no more. We're all like packed up using the same thing. It's a great thing, bro. It's a great fucking video you did, Eddie. Eddie, I'm still watching it though.
You can see that this channel is 4 months old. Now, if this said 6 months, that actually means it's over 6 months old. So this should say
white boys is and I'm gonna pause the video up. White people is smart for a reason. That's why white people is gonna be rich the way they are. Like this, he's knowledge based, bruh. I'm gonna keep saying it over and over. You can't overbeat a white person in knowledge, bro. You just can't do that.
1 month ago, or a few weeks ago, or a few days ago. Now, a lot of people will tell you to look at the channel age. So if you go to
white people are rich.
Like more, for example, it tells you that this channel was created on February 26, 2022. So this channel was created almost 4 years ago at this point, but their first video is actually 4 months old. So we just use an age channel. But yeah, so this channel would work because it's less than 6 months old, and that's just criteria number 1. Now, when I say this channel would work, I don't mean this is a good niche. I just mean it meets criteria number 1. Because just a spoiler, this channel does not meet the criteria of being a good niche at this point because of the other criteria that's going to limit it. But it passes criteria number 1. So the channel age is going to matter a lot. So I kind of have a little chart here. You can, if you find something in the middle of this or in the middle of this, you can guess. But this is a generalized guide. I just put 5 different stamps here. So if you find a channel that's 5 months old, so it says 5 months ago, it's possible, but it's not optimal, right? If you find a channel that's 3 months old as their first video, that's like pretty average. 2 months is good. 1 month old is great. And if you find something that's like a week old, that's S plus tier. A few days old is S triple plus tier. You know what I mean? And then you can, figure it out yourself what 3 weeks would be. Like it'd be in between S plus tier and great. So this is important if you're taking notes, which you should be. If you want to be successful, why are you not taking notes? But yeah, you should probably write this down, this little thing I wrote here. Now, this is another thing I never see anybody talking about. They just talk about, sometimes they'll talk about channel age, but even a lot of people don't talk about that. But this criteria is just as important as the age of the channel, 15 videos or less. because the more videos there are in your niche, the more competition there is for the viewer's attention. And this is because, let's say,
And the harder it is would be to get impressions, and they get pushed out. You're right.
you find a channel and they have 300 videos, but they're a month old. I mean, that's a little bit ridiculous, but just as an example. So it's like, okay, well then this is in the great category as for channel age, but then they have 100 videos, meaning if you were to start the channel in the exact same niche, do you know what's going to happen? Well, let me tell you what's going to happen. A viewer that's interested in this content, right? YouTube has an algorithm to know what a viewer wants to watch, of course, but that's not very relevant. What's important is that the viewer that wants to watch this type of content, I'll just use, let's say, NBA highlights again, basketball highlights. If a new channel comes out and has 100 videos in a month, so yeah, they're in the great category for channel age, but if they have 100 videos and then you go and upload your first video, for example, well, guess what? People that are interested in basketball highlights have 100 videos that they could get recommended before yours, which, because, 1 month old isn't enough data for YouTube to say a channel's established and not allow any new channels to be created. But now the problem is a viewer will have the option to see either one of his 100 videos of the, your channel competitor, or your one video. So there's a 1 in 101 chance that your video will be recommended, assuming like it's the exact same quality as your competitors, which isn't great. And with 15 videos or less, that is completely fine, because let's say a niche has 10 million viewers. If there's only like 15 videos to watch and then you put a 16th video out, you're fine. And this is going to work the same way. The less videos, the better. So if, let's say, you find a week-old channel that has 3 videos that are doing good, like, that is insanely good. But I would say that isn't as strict for this, right? Like 10 videos is probably the same as 15, 5 is probably the same as like, it doesn't matter that much. As long as it's like 15 videos or less, I'd say that's pretty safe. Now, if you want to know specifically why 6 months plus is too old, is because typically once a niche is 6+ months old, that's around the time, between like 6 months and a year, is around the time where YouTube will start to say, hey, this is an established channel. So if a basketball highlights niche is out and it hits the 6 month mark, maybe not exactly on 6 months, but maybe 7 or 8 months in, YouTube's going to kind of close off that niche and say, okay, we know that for basketball highlights, if we want the most amount of ads watched, we're just going to give it to this guy's channel. Or if there's multiple channels, we'll give it to this channel, this channel, and this channel. Any new channels, we're not even going to try testing, because we already got our guys for basketball highlights. It's pretty much what they're doing. Now, once you find a channel that is less than 6 months old, and ideally, as close to, S+ tier as possible, or even better, and you find a channel that has 15 videos or less, then you found your niche. But that's where people typically stop, and that's why people typically fail. So you should write this down if you're writing stuff down. And if you're not writing stuff down, just remember this, please. You have 2 ideal targets once you find your niche. So yes, you found a niche that meets both criteria, but now there's something else you have to do, which is to verify that this niche isn't oversaturated. Because if we go back up, remember, oversaturation is real. It's not a myth, guys. So the ideal targets is, in general, there should be 5 or fewer total channels in the specific niche. So if it's basketball highlights, sorry for keep on using it, but it could be any niche, but I'm just going to keep using it just to make this consistent. But if there's 5 or fewer total channels in the niche, so let's say we find a channel that's a month old and it has 12 videos and it's in the basketball highlights niche, great. Now we're going to move on to this right here, which is like verifying that the niche isn't oversaturated. So you found a good niche, and I need to verify, is it oversaturated? So if there's 5 or fewer total channels in the specific niche, you're good. So let's say there's 4. Great, we're good. And in this case, the less the better. I like to have at least one other channel besides the competitor, because then that gives us more proof of concept that this is like a niche that can get views. So my ideal mark is 2. In order, I'd probably give it like 2, and then is the ideal, and then 1 and 3 is equal, then 4 is worse, and 5 is worse. And anything more that I just won't even bother doing. So 5 or fewer totals in the niche. So let's say there's 4, like I said. So we're still good, but then here, back to the niche pool, and nobody talks about this, but this is so important. There should be less than 50 videos in the niche pool. Now keep in mind, with any of these numbers, let's say there's like 57 videos in the niche pool or 60, I'm sure it's fine. But if you're a beginner and you really, or just really anybody, and you want like a 99% chance of your video getting your channel doing well, like if you want 100, like there's a way that you can have 100% chance of your video or of your channel getting views. Let's say you find a week-old channel that has 5 videos and there's 2 channels, and in total there's like 20 videos in the niche pool. The odds of you not blowing up is like, I'm being so serious, is actually just 0%. So But that's like unrealistic to find something so great. Although it's happened to me before, but keep in mind I've been doing this for 5 years. So less than 50 videos in the niche pool. So let's say there's 4
Yeah, you got
channels,
skill set.
in
Yeah.
a specific niche. So you meet ideal target number 1. Then number 2, let's say the channel you're looking at has 12 videos, and then the other 3 channels, let's say they all have 20. 3 times 20 is 60, plus like the original channel you found, another 12. So that's 72 videos in the niche pool. That is too many videos in the niche pool because it ties back to the same thing. If you upload your video, now your one video is competing with the 72 other videos, so you have a 1 in 73 chance of a viewer finding your video. So as long as it's 50 or less, I'd say that's pretty ideal. So let's say there were 4 channels and they each had 12 videos. Then that's 48 videos in the niche pool, then you're good. So you really got 2 criteria to find the niche and then 2 criteria to find out if the niche is oversaturated. Now each have 2 because they're equally as important. You need to find a good niche and you need to make sure it's oversaturated. If all 4 aren't correct here, because a lot of you will get lazy and like want to be like, oh, one of these is missing. Yeah, just do something else. YouTube is not for you if you're too lazy to even do 4 things here. I'm just being honest, right? This is a business. People make millions of dollars a month doing this. I've made multiple 6 figures in a month before doing this. So please just listen to my advice. I'm doing this. I'm giving you guys, some free advice here. So just not to be harsh, but honestly, if you're too lazy, then business just is not for you, or just do a different business. Now, common mistakes to avoid. Now, if you guys don't know, I actually run a mentorship, but wait, I am not gonna sell you guys that mentorship. Right now, like I have too many students, so I don't publicly advertise it. So genuinely, that might sound like BS, but I'm not trying to promote it. I've been teaching this for over a year privately. So with teaching the amount of people that I've taught, I've gathered the common mistakes list, which is actually really good for you because now I know how to teach people this a little bit better. So common mistakes to avoid. The most common mistake I see
Looking for niches
is
you won't get
people
bored to.
look for niches until they get bored. So they'll spend 3-4 days, maybe an hour a day, and then they'll be like, I found 5 niches that almost meet this. Like they'll find something that meets the niche criteria, but then there's 100 videos in the niche pool, or they'll find 2 of the 4 here or 1 of the 4 here even sometimes. So the most common mistake is people will look for 4 hours, write down these niches, which you shouldn't even be writing down niches if they don't meet this criteria. And the reason for this is because then you'll have a big list. Let's say like you do 4 days, an hour a day, and you end up having 7 niches to look through. But none of them meet all 4 of these criteria here. What's going to end up happening is you're just going to have a list of mediocre niches, and then these people end up getting bored of niche research, and they realize, I want to put 4 hours in 4 days and become a millionaire, because I'll be honest, they're just a little bit delusional that they don't realize that it takes work to build a business. Like you really want to be your own boss, work on your own hours, work from wherever you want, and make up to 6-7 figures a month, and you want to do it in 4 hours. I don't know. I think it's a little bit delusional, but whatever. But the problem is, going back to this, is they end up picking the best mediocre niche, because right, you have a list of 7 mediocre niches, and then they'll go through the 7, and then they'll get this dopamine rush, like, oh, this one of the 7 is the best of the 7, so I'm going to go into it. And then they totally fail, and they're like, why did I fail? I had a huge dopamine rush that I chose the best on my list when they made a list of mediocre niches. That's genuinely the most common mistake. This sounds so dumb, but I promise you, I've taught all of the stuff that I'm showing you guys here, and maybe a little bit less because I've learned what needs to be put in here, what doesn't need to be taught, and this is actually just the most common mistake that I see. So this just leaves you with the best of the mediocre niches, which is just not ideal at all, right? We want a 90+% chance of your niche doing good. That's always ideal, 90+. The second you do this, you're getting, like, keep in mind, it's possible, right? It's possible to have 3 of these and then still blow up. Like, I'm not saying it's impossible, but your chances, if you have all 4 of these, I'm actually saying 85% plus, and if it's at, like, the high end, like I said, like 1 week old, 5 videos, then you have a 100% chance. So the thing is, when you do this, you're giving yourself, maybe in some cases, I'm seeing a 20% or 30% chance that I'm kind of guessing when I see them pick their niche from the start, and they just don't listen to my advice, and they end up going ahead with the niche anyways for whatever reason, and then they fail. And they're like, well, why did I fail? I kind of just got to explain to them what I already explained before, but, they didn't listen the first time. So that's just the most common mistake that I see. So I know it sounds like I'm being harsh, but at this point, anybody that's watching this and is taking my word seriously, I honestly hope the best for you. I truly mean that, because if you're spending the time listening to me, that's all I could ever ask for. So the fact that you're listening to me, I just want to be harsh so that you can know not to do it. So do not just read this, write this down. If you haven't written anything down at this point, write this down. I don't care, write it on a whiteboard. This is the most common mistake on why people fail on YouTube. I promise you 1,000%, 1,000,000% that this is the most common mistake. So what should you do instead to avoid this, mistake? You should be looking at niches every day, no matter what. You shouldn't skip a day, 7 days a week. I'm not telling you.
This is what I do. I look for niches every day. Look for every day, 1 to 3 hours. Cause bro, like he said, niches do get oversaturated.
To spend 10 hours a day, but you should spend between 1 and 3 hours every single day. Ideally, if you can, split it up maybe morning, evening, night, because if you have different sessions, there's like a higher chance of something popping out that wouldn't have popped out if you did it just like 3 hours in one session. But you should be looking for niches 7 days a week, and you should never, ever, ever get into a niche until you find a niche that meets all 4 of these criteria. So you shouldn't be writing down these mediocre niches. You should be waiting until a niche comes to you. So instead of being like, oh, I need to find a niche, okay, this is the best niche, it should just be like, okay, I'm going to sit here and have like the mental dedication that's like, if you can't find a niche for 50 days, then you're not going to start a channel for 50 days. And although that's a little bit exaggerated because it doesn't take that long to find a niche, but it can definitely take like up to a month to find a great niche. So people don't realize that some people will go watch this video and they'll go to YouTube and they'll find a niche in their first 5 minutes, if they just get lucky by finding a niche like that. Or some people will take 30 days and anything in between. But you got to realize that. And you got to have that mental fortitude that I'm not just, okay, I'm just going to look for niches, and then once I'm bored of niche, like looking at niches, I'm going to pick the best mediocre niche I have. No, just only wait until, you shouldn't have a niche list. You should just wait until you find a niche that has all these criteria and then immediately jump into it. And that goes into the next common mistake, the second most common mistake, which is people will find a good niche. And I've actually seen this happen. This happened just a few weeks ago. I had somebody find a good niche that met all of these criteria here. The channel was 2 weeks old. The channel that they found had 3 videos. There was only like one other guy in the niche doing it. I think there was less than 10 videos in the niche pool. There was 2 channels, which means that this was S+ tier. Now, granted, that specific channel, it wasn't getting like millions of views. It was getting like between 50 to 100,000 views on each video in the niche pool. But that's still a channel that can make you $5,000, $10,000 a month for sure. So I would say in that case, he had like a 95% plus chance of doing well. But he did the second most common mistake, which honestly broke my heart a little bit, because the most common mistake, if you avoid that and you get to this, it's just unfortunate. But just write both of these down, because I'm telling you, I've worked with so many people, and these are the most 2 common mistakes. So it's either they do the first common mistake, or they manage to avoid the first common mistake and they hit the second most common mistake, which only occurs if you avoid the first one. That's the only way you can hit the second one. You can't do.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna read it. Still watching. All right, I'm about to tweet to Eddie and tell him I'm still watching his video. All right, so second most common mistake: finding a niche, then taking too long. Start every second you wait increases the chances of more competition. Once you find a niche, you need to maximize the workflow immediately.
Both at the same time. And that's because you find a good niche, which is great, of course, but then they take too long to get their first video out. Because every second you wait increases the chance of more competition. Once you find a niche, maximize your workload immediately. Meaning, let's say you're doing 1 hour a day of niche research, and on day 15, you find your niche. That once again meets all 4 of these criteria here. Your workload should jump to every millisecond of the day you have free time. You like going out with your friends? Boop, no. You want to go biking or something? Boop, no. Every free time, if you have work, if you have school, I get it. But every free second of your day should be you working on getting your first video out until your first video is out, okay? Like if you got 10 hours of free time in a day, then you're working 10 hours until you get that video out. And that's just the truth of the matter. Because let me put this in a way that you'll understand based on if you watched everything else before this. Number one, the longer a channel is out, the higher the chance that YouTube will solidify this niche and say, okay, nobody else can get into this niche, because we already know that these are our guys that will have the highest ad watch time. So by taking too long, that's a possibility. Number two, the niche pool, right? What if you find a channel that has 40 videos in the niche pool, and then you take so long, by the time you get your first video out, there's 100 videos in the niche pool. Well, guess what? By the time you're getting your video out, ideally there should still be less than 50 videos in the niche pool. Otherwise, then by the time you create your channel, right, it's not meeting the criteria anymore. Like, it used to meet the criteria, but then it doesn't. Same thing, if you take too long, more channels could be created. Let's say there's 4, and by the time you get your first video out, there's 7 channels now. Now you took too long, right? So there's so many things here, like, in the criteria, like the age of the channel, how many videos that channel has, right? If they had 12 videos, but by the time you get your video out, they have 20 videos. You know, there's a ton of stuff like that. So everything we talked about before, pretty much over time could increase, right? Their channel age, the fact that YouTube could like close off the niche, the fact that your competitor could upload more videos, more competitors could be made, more videos could enter the niche pool. Every time I find a niche,
And there's one thing he's right about that, you can't stop the competition. So when they create the channels, they're going to go to that niche and do what they got to do. So you can't stop that. Like, there's nothing you can do about it. You just got to find a great niche with low competition in it. Which is right. Not a lot of competition.
Always have the first video out, no matter how difficult the niche is, within 48 hours of me finding that niche. Always. And that's like the long end. Sometimes I'll get a video out within 24 hours. And I mean, granted, I have more experience, so I know how to get videos out quickly. But it's like, ideally, even as a complete beginner, you need to get the first video out within 72 hours. Like, the second you find that good niche, I'm not even joking. Write this down. Set a timer on your phone or somewhere. A 72-hour timer, and if you don't have your video out, you're like, I don't know what to tell you, man. Like, you just don't want it bad enough. So if you can find out if you want it bad enough, the second you find the niche, set a timer, and it's like, if your video's not out in 72 hours, you just don't want it bad enough. It's that simple. And somebody else will take your spot in that niche, and then they'll be making, you know, the 10, 20K a month. Now, what if you find a channel that, you know, meets the channel age and has, you know, 15 videos or less, but there's more than 5 channels, or there's more than 50 videos in the niche pool? Well, because these are targets and they're not necessarily like criteria, I know I labeled it as that when I was speaking earlier, but in general, these are the criteria, and then these are the criteria for making sure that a channel is not saturated. But the niche itself is still good. So you have a niche that's good, but the niche is saturated. So is there anything you could do? Well, yes, there's one thing you could do, but keep in mind, as a beginner, this is going to be a little bit harder to do, so I wouldn't necessarily recommend this, right? You're lowering your chances of success by a little bit if you don't know exactly what you're doing. But, you know, you could still make this work as a beginner. In fact, I actually had, funny enough, I had somebody else find a channel that met the criteria but didn't meet the ideal targets here, and then they ended up doing this.
Yo, great video, Eddie. Eddie, great video. All right, so I'm still watching. I'm just not finished. We're at 33 minutes in. I basically want to point you out some. I just came up with a new plan. So what I think I'm going to do for my main channel is, I think I'm not going to stream the day 10 shit. I think I'm gonna put all this in long form. Cause now that I'm sitting there thinking, niches do good over, and I'm not finna just sit here and keep fighting with this shit, you know? Cause Eddie's right. Niches get oversaturated, so I'm thinking about what I'm doing. I'm thinking about, since I already posted like right here, day 7. I'm thinking about finish this challenge, this challenge in like in long form. I'm thinking about recording it and then showing you the process of me like doing it with ChatGPT, the ideation, and then me actually posting it like in long form, posting the whole entire workflow, the 1 hour video, because I don't want to do this on my streams. I want to put all this in long form. So, and yeah, that's why y'all see right here, day 1, day 2, day 3, I was spreading it, and I'm gonna keep doing it. I just want to do this challenge in long form, like Eddie said. Niches do go over. If I'm running a whole bunch of channels, bro, I want to try to put out as much videos, bro, as I could, like he said. And he just said it, when niches get oversaturated, there's nothing you can do. Once these bitches, competitors, get these motherfucking channels started, bro, there ain't shit you could do about that. Like, you want to try to max out as many fucking videos as we could, bro. Like, Eddie's right about that shit. Like, yeah, so, like I said, chat, I might just record this. No, fuck, I might. I am. No, fuck, I might. I am. I'm going to record this of me still working on the channel, but I'm not going to stream it. I'm going to put everything into long form for, like, day 10. So, let's go there. So, yeah, because Eddie's right. You got to be so quick with a niche, because if you're not, bro, the competition for that shit is going to get over fucking flooded. And he's right about that. Because the moment your channel blow up, the moment copycats start coming around. So, yeah. So, Eddie's right about that. I started, at least let's go up. So, day 7 was right here. I'm going to go to my labs. I'm going to have to translate that day 7, that day 8, get that, let's go down. Let's scroll down. So, this was day, let's scroll up. So, where's day 8? Day 9 was right here, right? So I'm gonna download day 8 and day 9. I'm gonna translate these streams into long form. We're gonna finish the challenge into long form because I don't want to do it on the streams. I want to do it on long form. That way we can get shit done quicker, you know? So I don't want to stream it. I want to do it on long form. I want to just do the whole challenge on long form and finish it on long form. So yeah, so we're already in the day 8 and then day 9. And then we got day 10. Day 10 is the day. So we're not skipping that. So day 10 is the day. But this short channel is looking great. It's looking great. And I'm like, it's still finding this audience group, but it can't fully push this channel yet to fully go viral. Because like I said, the niches, Eddie was right. Channel niches do good over, and there's nothing you could do about it. We did everything right. There's nothing you could do about it. All we could do is just pick way better angles and stay as consistent as we could and maximize that fucking niche. So today, since we're in the day 9, I'm gonna start doing 2 shorts today. 2 shorts for this channel, Pet Bates, for today. Cause Eddie was right, bro. Niches get over, and there's nothing you could do. There's nothing you could do about that shit. So he was right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna upload this. I'm gonna upload day 8, day 9, and I'm gonna upload day 10. So this is gonna all be in long form. So fuck that. Let's retitle this shit. Let's go to day 8. Let's go back. Yeah, cause I'm about to do that. Like Eddie's right, bro. Niches do get over flooded, and there's nothing you could do about it. Once the niche get over flooded, there's really nothing you could do about it. Alright, so let's go back over there, videos. Yeah, I'm not quitting. I would never quit. But Eddie's right though. He has a point, and I'm glad he made that video. Alright, so let's go to this right here, day. Alright, so let's go to day. This is day 8, right? Day 8. Day 8 of growing. Let's take that out. Let's go day 8 of growing pets by Tays and pets with theories. So this right here will be, I'm doing this challenge in long form. So yeah, I got day 8 and the day is day 10. I'm gonna just upload it. Day 8 of growing pets with Tays. All right, so I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna get the description for that. I'm gonna use ChatGPT for the thumbnail. Like speed is, I even started using ChatGPT to make my thumbnails because I don't have time no more, bro. Since I'm running multiple channels of me sitting on Photoshop to try to design a fucking thumbnail. The competition for these, bro, we gotta put out as many videos, bro. Like Eddie said. Eddie's like, this is relay racist shit, bro. Once the competition and the pool gets full, there's no ifs, ands, buts about it. The niche is oversaturated, bro. You won't be able to grow no more. So yeah, so I'm gonna go to day 8. I'm gonna have basically ChatGPT make me a description. ChatGPT make me a description. All right, so I'm gonna go to day 8 right here. I'm gonna basically put this right here in the description. Yeah, this is for day 8, and then we got day 9, and then today's day 10. Yeah, we're doing pet with Tays, pet by Tays, and pet with Terry's. The short channels. All right, let's go up to this. And then if by July 26th, if we can't make it to 10 million views, I'll just give this niche at least 1 or 4 months in. And then see where it goes and just stay consistent with it. Like Eddie said, niches do get over flooded. They get over flooded and there's nothing you can do about it. I've seen it happen to me multiple times. Alright, so let's go to ChatGPT right here. Alright, let's paste this description. All right, let's paste the description. All right, so this is right here, day 8. All right, so I got to get day 9. Day 9. So we got to go to day 9. We better upload it. Day 9. All right, so today's day 10. Yeah, so when I end the stream of me reacting to Eddie's, I'm about to go ahead and go record this and put this in long form. So yeah, cause today's day 10. Yeah, he's right. Yo, thank you, Eddie. Thanks a lot, bro, for real. So yeah, you're a goat. You're a goat, bro. I'm gonna go ahead and copy this there. I'm gonna now go ahead and have it write me a description. Have Charlie G write me a description for this. Write me. Alright, somebody have it write me a description. For day 9. And today's day 10, yeah. So here's the whole description, alright, for sure. So I'm gonna copy this right here. Copy this into there. Go to right here. Paste that. Yeah. And I was told too, don't like worry about subscribers and shit, cause subscribers don't really matter no more on YouTube. No, they don't. Let's go to here. Let's go to next. All right, so I'm gonna public it, upload it. Day 9. Day 9. All right, day 9 and day 8. So upload it. All right, for sure. So we got day 9, day 9, day 8, and day 9. All right, so in today's day 10. Yeah, day 10. All right, so let's go back to Twitter. Let's finish watching this.
Yes, and they actually didn't get their first video out. They're actively about to, but I thought it was a fantastic idea, so I'm very confident it's going to work. Which, this is the sub-niche swap strategy, right? And what does that mean? Well, if you find a niche that meets the age, how old the channel is, and the video count criteria, but has too many competitors, identify the broad and the sub-niche. You should already be able to do this, right? If you went on YouTube, or not already be able to do this, but we talked about this. So, ideally, you learn how to identify the broad niche and the sub-niche, which isn't the hardest thing to do. Now, all you need to do is stay in the same
The channel DNA.
broad niche, but switch the sub-niche. Now, ideally, the sub-niche should be something close to the original sub-niche, because if you just go from NBA highlights over to NBA documentaries, that's like too big of a jump, because you're technically doing what I'm saying, but that's too big of a jump. So I'm going to show you exactly what I mean with a few examples. I'll use my favorite example because it's a niche where so many people did this, and it was beautiful to watch it unfold as it happened. Now, this is a little bit of an old example, but it'll explain exactly what I mean here. So if I go on YouTube and I find this channel Dinzo and we go to his videos, if I sort by oldest, you can see that this channel, it's actually a year old now. I didn't know it was a whole year, but this is how old this example is. So this is a year old. Now, if we look at his videos, they were doing great, right? 5.1 million views, 2.2 million views, 2.4 million views. And if I go over to this channel Bound, you're going to see something interesting, which if I go by oldest, his channel is 10 months old, which the other channel I just showed you was like exactly a year old. Meaning that this guy Bound, we'll call him Bound because that's his channel name, Bound found Dinzo's channel. Dinzo's channel at the time that, this was 10 months ago, but at that time, Bound was like, Dinzo's channel meets all of these criteria. Now, if Bound knew all of that, doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is, this was the case. The channel was only 2 months old. Dinzo's channel, I think at the time when Bound started his channel, either had 2 or 3 videos, and there was actually no other competitors in the niche at the time, so there was only 2 or 3 videos in the niche pool. So this was like a great niche find at the time. So you know what Bound did? He just copied his broad niche and his sub niche exactly, because you can do that if you meet the criteria for the channel and the criteria for it to not be oversaturated, which it did. So what did he do? It's literally the exact same thing. So if I go back to Dinzo's channel in a second, you'll see, but Bound just uploads a lot more. As you can see, this ended up working out fantastic for him. Like if we see, he has 27 million views on his channel. So this is easily 6 figures. This is 100% over $100,000 in the last 10 months, which is great considering he's uploading one every few days, and I promise you this channel is fully automated, and the guy that owns this channel is doing just about nothing. But what is this niche? As you can see, this goes back to what I was talking about before, that once you pick a niche, you want to stay in that niche. So if I go to his oldest video, Why It Sucks to Be Born as an Emperor Penguin, which is 10 months ago, and I go to latest, it's Why It Sucks to Be Born as an Insect, Why It Sucks to Be Born as a Pangolin. So as you can see, he stayed in his exact, channel niche. So he changes the video topic per video, but the overall, niche is the same, which is why, I talked about how the niche gives you your video topic, but it still needs to be a good video topic. It just comes from your niche. Well, the niche here in general is Why It Sucks to Be Born as Animals. That's the niche. The broad niche and sub niche here, I'll give you, maybe pause the video for a second and just see if you can guess what I'm about to say. Okay, if you paused it, the answer is the broad niche is Why It Sucks to Be Born as which is like the type of video, and that's the broad niche, and the sub niche is animals. So put it together, Why Sucks to Be Born As is the broad niche, animals is the sub niche. Put it together, the channel niche is Why It Sucks to Be Born As Different Animals. And as you can see, that's exactly what's going on. Why It Sucks to Be Born As a Ghost Shark, Why It Sucks to Be Born As a Sea Pig, Why It Sucks to Be Born As a Maned Wolf. And I'll go back to Denzo's channel just to show you that this is exactly what he was doing. Why It Sucks to Be Born As a Komodo Dragon, Why It Sucks to Be Born As an Eagle. So it's the exact same broad and sub niche, meaning that both niches are actually the same channel niche, which is Why It Sucks to Be Born As Animals. Now what ended up happening is a few other people copied these guys, and then after, there was 5 or so channels, this niche started getting oversaturated, so new channels just wouldn't get views because there was too many videos in the niche pool, there was too many competitors. So what did people do? Well, I'm about to show you the sub-niche method that I was talking about, and this is really, really cool because there's so many, like this broad niche of Why It Sucks to Be Born As, and then the sub-niche changed so many times. Now, I'm sure you can guess one about like the types of stuff I'm about to show you, but there are so many, and I'm going to go through as many as I can remember, and I promise, however many I can remember is maybe 1/5 of the amount that there were. So if I search up Why It Sucks to Be Born in One Piece, if you don't know, One Piece is just an anime. But this guy's doing the same thing, and as you can see, he just did Why It Sucks to Be Born As, and then his sub-niche went from animals to anime. So Why It Sucks to Be Born in One Piece, Why It Sucks to Be Born in a Uchiha, which is a anime character from Naruto, or a type of anime character, I guess. Why It Sucks to Be a Marine in One Piece, Why It Sucks to Be Born as Fishman, which is also from One Piece, Why It Sucks to Be a Devil Fruit user, which is also from One Piece. Well, it doesn't matter, the category is the same thing. I don't think he did the best with the video topics here, which is why the views are very inconsistent, but they're still good, right? 454k views, 86k, 120k, like 33k was considered a bad video for him at the time. And as you can see, this guy did Why It Sucks to Be Born As a Sane, which is the same type of video. It's the same broad niche of Why It Sucks to Be Born As, and the sub niche is anime, and this guy got 1.4 million views on his video. Now, if we do Why It Sucks to Be Born As a Dinosaur, we got 2 guys here in this same sub niche, because each sub niche, has its own different criteria for literally everything, right? It's its own channel. But it resets the criteria for if the channel is oversaturated, because now it's in a different sub niche. It's technically a different channel niche, even though it's the same broad niche, but the sub niche is different, so it's a different channel niche. So now the niche pool is reset, and now the amount of channels is reset. So this guy, the Neanderthal, did Why It Sucks to Be Born As a T-Rex. I don't know why he did a video 9 months ago and 8 months ago, and then just decided not to upload for 7 months. This is a little weird. Probably some real life situation happened to him, is my guess. But look, 2.3 million views and 1 million views. Now, if I go back to the search, once again, we had somebody else copy that. In each of these sub niches, people copy each other, so each sub niche ends up having getting oversaturated, and then it goes to the next sub niche, and it's kind of like an endless cycle. And this niche, this broad niche, was used so many times. So Why It Sucks to Be Born As an Allosaurus, Why It Sucks to Be Born As a Spinosaurus. Now here's another example, Why It Sucks to Be Born As a Samurai. If I go to Lost Legacy, he's in the same broad niche, but he changed it to these, I don't really know exactly what you'd call these, like historical type of figures. For example, samurai, pirate, Viking, Spartan, cowboy, gladiator, ninja. And he's still uploading. You're like why? He just changed the title, but it's the same concept. Concubine, kamikaze pilot. And I could keep going, but I promise you the Why It Sucks to Be Born As broad niche had like 20, 30, 40 different sub niches in it. And then in each sub niche, like 4 or 5 channels were created in each one until it ended up getting oversaturated per sub niche, and then more were created. So this is just like my favorite example because it really shows the sub niche method and how powerful it is. And even though in this broad niche,
Let me see something real quick. Lost Legacy, #YT. Lost Legacy, #YT. Lost Legacy. Lost Legacy, #YT. Let's see something real quick. Alright, so 200k subscribers, 600,000 views. You're like fast. So let's go to videos. I want to see how many subscribers was he competing with through these angles. So when he got all these views, how was these angles so big? Let's search this. Let's see it. So it's still gaining 10 views per hour. Like Eddie said, this niche right here is oversaturated a bit. Let's go to search it. So your life is, I don't know how you say his name. Coco, but I don't know how you say the name. So yeah, let's go to videos. Let's search this. I want to see basically the average subscribers do this. Like how big was this when he first did it? Hopefully vidIQ loads up. Let's see. Ver aqui, come on. Let's see. Because I'm seeing right here 4.1 million 1 year ago, which these angles become oversaturated. So, you know what? Let's go to this right here. Let's go to videos. Let's go to this. Let me search it over here. All right, so let's see, 4.1 million at 1 year ago. All right, so what was the overall score? No, what was the average subscribers is my thing. I want to know how much was the average subscribers like for this when he first did this. So, yeah, let's switch over to my main channel. Let's switch. Let's go to my main channel right here. Let's see, like, what was the average subscribers that he was competing with. Oh, so 100K. It wasn't hard at all. So if it was 100K right here, that means that he was competing with 123,000 people. So 4.2 million highest views, average views 400K, average age 6 months ago. Yo, bro, this shit was untapped. Like this right here. See, that's why I'm trying to find better title angles, bro. It be the motherfucking title angles that be causing these views to go up. I'm telling you, because when the angle is like on top right here, it's way easier for all of them like to push that video out. Like you see, so he had over in the cluster at least, yeah. So you see, 82,000. Oh, whoa, it's going down. Let's see. So that means that he wasn't competing with as many channels. So you see, the average subscribers right here was like less than 75,000. So Eddie was said that the angle, it was kind of easier for his video to get all these amount of views because you got to think. If we go over here, he wasn't really competing with million view channels. He was in a cluster that was like less than 100K, which is easier for him to be pushed out. And you can see that he's getting 4.2 million highest views. So I'd like to go for at least highest views being like more than 1 million because average. So let me show y'all what I mean by that. So I'm gonna go to Copilot. I'm gonna show y'all what I mean by Copilot. So Copilot, I'm gonna basically let Copilot explain. So Copilot is really great at this. I know him because, like I said, angles do get oversaturated. So Copilot, we're gonna use Copilot for example today. If we go over there, we go to show Tim Danny Laval. Yo, Tim Danny Laval was basically live yesterday, but yeah, let me show y'all something. So if we go to his live, you can see, so it's crazy how his fucking stream basically gets pushed, but mine stay low. It's cool though, because this whole channel is about to turn into a whole growth vote. I'm done doing shorts on this shit. Like Eddie was right, bro. I'm done doing shorts on this shit, bro. I'm about to turn this channel into a whole growth vote. My main channel into a whole growth vote. Of me just posting growth niches, growth ways. I'm about to turn into an actual fucking guru. Like Tim Danny Evolve.
Typically, as we do it with our clients, as they come in, let's talk about the goal. So we chatted yesterday. We talked a little bit. I know your background, but if you were to tell the audience just a little bit about yourself, what do you do for a living, and what is the goal for this conversation?
So if we go to basically here, so we can see. So his live stream got 3.3K views 1 day ago, which is crazy. But if we go to his title, let's see his title. Let's see the title. So live building a 100K YouTube channel for a stranger. So yeah, let's go there.
That would be an awesome start.
Yeah, of course. I'm currently working as a receptionist. I'm earning not so proudly $1.2K a month currently, but I'm quite a creative person, so I would like to scale that a bit. And I always wanted to do YouTube because I see a lot of potential there to be creative. I see a lot of potential.
And you guys can see, so let's go to let's basically go over. So you can see, so what Tim is good at is he's good at knowing like for the average subscriber. So this right here, this was at least 51 million, and he pulled 3K. So this one right here pulled 1.4 million. So basically, what I want to avoid is competing with over a million view channels. So we go to Copilot. Copilot could basically point out what I mean. So Copilot. So is it good for newer channels to go for a lower average subscriber to basically get pushed. Cause if I'm competing competition with million view channels in the title cluster angle, it would be hard. Am I right or wrong? So basically what Copilot is gonna do, you say short answer yes. So what I basically told y'all right out, told y'all exactly of what I saying. So you see, so yes, lower subscriber clusters are safe for newer channels, but only if the angle is underserved. So your data right here shows your life is right here, so shows a angle cluster. Even though the average subs look medium, I will break it down to you. So you see, so the core takeaway, no fluff. So you see, you're right. Competition against million view channels inside a tight angle, inside a tight title cluster, crush newer channels. So unless the angle is fresh. So you see, but in this case right here, the keyword looks safe. So surface right here. So on the surface, look, 61 average subscribers. So yet the view distribution is exposed the saturation angle. So you see, so the angle saturation right here, the diagnose right here, your data enter prep. So scroll down, enter prep. So highest views 4.2 million, average views 400K. So this means that the angle can explode, but only for channels with higher authority. So average views 400K. This is extremely high for a niche keyword, but average views cluster dominated by establishment channel. So if we scroll down, so we go to average subs. So this looks safe, but it's misleading because of lost legacy 20K subs. So this is but this is a false low sub cluster because the content type is dominated by a lot of, so dominated with a strong storytelling authority. So and the title's 10 out of 24. So this means that this cluster is tight. Creators are using this exact phrase. Tight clusters are harder for newer channels unless it breaks angle. Unless it breaks the angle. So yeah. So you see, so scroll up. So safe angled rule for newer channels. You want keywords where average views are 20K to 100K. So 120K. So average subs are 5K to 40K. Last 7 days, 4+ new uploads. Title clusters 3 to 7, 24 highest views, 800K. So this means that this angle is not dominated by bigger channels, actively search, open for new creators, not locked by authority storytellers. So yeah, so this is your permanent prompt, copy and paste. Use this every time you bring me a title. Oh shit. So yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna basically have it do. It puts on point. I'm gonna have it give me steps on how to use this prompt. Give me beginner tips, steps on how to use this prompt. Alright, so this is got you. So what this prompt does is beginner and expensive way. So this prompt you save right here, but reads your keyword data, score the angle, tell if it's dangerous. But yeah, so we can use Copilot for this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy and paste all this right here in my notes. So I'm gonna copy and paste all this right here in my Google Docs notes. Alright, so I'm gonna copy and paste this right here in my Google Docs notes. So I'm gonna come and copy. I'm gonna come and Google Docs. I'm gonna go to Google Docs. I'm gonna go to plus right here. I'm gonna then go to, I'm gonna paste this here. Alright, so I'm gonna paste all this here. Alright, so we now have this data here. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna rename this prompt to define a verdict on this keyword. So I'm gonna ask it, what should I rename this prompt? What should I name this prompt in my notes? And it's gonna basically tell me. So for the workflow, it's best to name this prompt keyword angle safety check. I'm gonna go to Therese. All right, so I'm gonna go to this download. I'm gonna go back to Google Drive. I'm gonna basically now add this to my Google Drive. So I'm gonna go right here. I'm gonna go to my drive. I'm gonna now go over to this right here. I'm gonna make a new folder. So this right here will help me, like, so that way I don't go into angles where it's gonna be hard to get views. So yeah, we don't get view job. Cause when it's like a million view titles, bro, and I'm seeing this, when it's million view channels in that cluster, it's hard for the algorithm to basically push you out. And I'm seeing it for myself. So yeah, so we're gonna TV skewer angle checker. So I'm gonna go to this one right here. I'm gonna basically paste this right here. I'm gonna put this right here. I'm gonna keep going with this YouTube shit until the day I die. Nigga, I ain't gonna never stop this. Like Devin Sandif said, he's never stopping YouTube until he has about 1 trillion views. 1 trillion views. Devin Sandif. So he inspired me, bro, to keep coaching. I'm up here because of him, bro. I'm doing this because of him. He's the one who got me to keep going with these short channels. So yeah. He made me who I would somehow never thought I would be. Him, Romero, Shane, Hummus, Andrews, they made me somehow I never thought I would be. So yeah, I can say the white people did change my life. That's one thing I can say. The white people changed my life a lot. So yeah, he saved me too. Romero saved me, but yeah. One thing you can't do is overbeat a white person. I don't think you could. White people are smart. Smarter than you think, and they're rich. And they're making me rich and they're helping me run aways, do stuff I never thought I could do. I love the white community. I love my race, for sure. My dad might be black, but I consider myself as white. I don't consider myself black.
With AI also, it's only growing.
I consider myself a fucking white boy. Because I am one. I'm a fucking white boy. I consider myself that shit. I don't consider myself black. I consider myself as a fucking white boy. I want to be one. I am one. I am albino. I'm a white boy.
Studying AI a lot, and I hope we can bring all that.
Yeah, so Devin Sandif actually inspired me to keep going too. Alright, so we go to here. So you see, he just posted 5 minutes ago. We go to videos. He posted 5 minutes ago, but yeah, Devin Sandif is the one who actually inspired me to keep coaching the way I am, and I'm gonna do at least more than 1,000 of these coaching videos. I'm posting all my shit in long form, but yeah, you see, he just posted this just now. So yeah, and I talked to Ulex too. Ulex inspired me to keep going too.
So the student I'm about to show you, his name is Benny, and before he joined our program, he was making around $1,000 to $2,000 a month. And before he joined as well, he had one viral month. He made around 3.6K, but then it dropped back down again. So since joining, it's been 1 month. We've had one call, and he is 3x his revenue, making $6,000 a month. This one's a banger. Enjoy, guys. All right, what's up, Benny?
Got monetized, and I started immediately making 1.3 to 2K. It dropped to $900.
But yeah, that's easy go. Alright. For sure. Let me log back into my Discord. Let me log back into my Discord. Alright, so everybody log back into Discord, yeah. So Devin Sandif he inspired me to keep doing what I'm doing.
Even some months, but
I'm gonna also do I'm gonna do a video on the title angle. So why your videos might be getting views up, because there's saturation into these angles, and we know that right here. So if it's a 54% ABV, this tells me that the hook fell. The hook of the video fell, so yeah. The hook type fell, but we know there's another thing too, that the angle could be oversaturated. So there's two factors. The hook fell, or either that fucking angle is oversaturated. And that angle, like YouTube didn't want to see the push this video. And I'm seeing that shit because I'm going through it, I'm learning it, and I'm learning through all this. But yeah. So like I said, I would never stop, bro, coaching. Devin Sanif even said it on his video, on one of his videos. He would never stop doing this until he hit a trillion. A trillion views. A trillion views. And I know that's crazy, but he said it. So I said, oh, thanks, bro. I appreciate it. I talked to Ulex. He said, you're a real one, G. I said, for sure, bro. He said, you're a real one, G. I said, for sure, bro. I'm going to keep going. And I talked to a lot of these YouTubers that y'all don't have connections to, because me, I have connections to these YouTubers. I have big connections on them, bro. I know some of them.
From this year, I was making like around 1 point something consistently. Then I had 1 month in February actually, when I hit with this channel, like with YouTube, with just talking two more, I guess, because like we had just one call, and you helped me just like with the initial stuff, like for the channel. So
and it's crazy how you can like distill clips and transform it. And I'm gonna show y'all the yo. If one of my military channels get hit with strikes again, I'm gonna record the method. I'm gonna post the method on how to pull a strike on my main channel, so that way y'all can have the method to use in case y'all get strikes, so y'all can fight through the strikes. But that's what Devin Sanif is basically doing. We all teach people over how to still clips, how to transform it, how to use CapCut, and then you see 250 million views that he's getting. So yeah,
that's the most crazy part. Like I knew like
you go as far with this, bro. So I'm done being a bitch, and I'm about to really start staying as more consistent with this shit, bro. And I'm about to probably start posting 3 times on my other channels.
The investment of me investing into this mentorship would pay off eventually.
Yeah.
But like I didn't expect to pay off like right away.
Yeah, and people don't realize how quick it is because like we had
there's probably thousands of videos. Each sub niche, when maybe at this point has a lot of videos, but people are finding these sub niches with the niche pool being really low in number, which is why so many of these people ended up having very successful channels. Now I'm going to show you exactly how you can find a niche using my software TubeGen AI, because yes, you can go on YouTube and look for niches manually. Good luck with that, but I personally just use my niche finder. Now there's a few different niche finders. There's like 2 or 3 online, but what makes a niche finder great isn't the filters, because all of them have a ton of filters. What makes it great is the database, because you have to get YouTube's data and
and I want to say y'all something real quick. So I basically told y'all that on my main channel, bro, I'm turning this into a whole GoFo where I'm gonna be posting nothing but YouTube automation videos. So my main channel I'm done doing shorts on here, bro. I said I don't care about the low views. I'm putting out, bro. This shit, we about to turn this shit into a vote. This is the real channel where you're gonna learn how to really grow. Like I'm gonna turn this shit into a fucking vote. I want to post at least 20,000 videos in long form. And yeah, I want to spam my channel with a lot of these growth videos, growth methods, and yeah, cause like I said, I'm done doing shorts, bro. Y'all can unsub. Y'all not basically hurting my growth, bro. If I basically show y'all my view stacks, go to view stacks. So if we go to view stacks, you want to know something right here, and this is going to all hurt y'all? I have raised, bro, we have SMM panel raised. And I'm making another video on the SMM panel. So let me go to sign in. But yeah, we turn this into a fucking boat. Shout out to the motherfucking gurus. Welcome to the TV. I'm turning this into another DJ Vlad, bro. DJ fucking Tyrese YouTube automation. Go for it. I'm turning this into a real GoFo where I post all growth videos on my channel. All growth videos. Showing people ways to grow niches, niche leaks, all that shit. All that shit over here, what you gonna learn, bro. Short channels for the other channels. Other channels I run. Boy, if we go to here, we go to most popular. You can see basically right here that all my old videos are still gaining views. So this video right here, if we reveal this video right here would have made at least $14, but the RPMs are, let's go to most popular more. Let's go right here, 21,000 1 year ago. would have made at least closer to at least, and it's still gaining views. It's still gaining some views as the channel goes on. This is my 21,000 view unbanned video. This would have made at least $100. So yeah, as my channel goes on, I got more videos that dropping every single day. Like my goal is at least DJ Vlad. My goal is at least put as many videos out of YouTube like DJ Vlad. DJ Vlad. All he does is post podcast type videos. My goal is at least become a bigger YouTuber, and turn this into a vote. Turn this shit into a vote where I post nothing but good videos. You see 40,000 videos right here of where it's just podcasting and interviewing people. We go to more. We go down there. You see 40,000 videos. 40,000 videos, 6 billion views. So we go to XQC, we go to Eizner Gold. Eizner Gold. We go to Eizner Gold. Eizner Gold, you see 100,000 right here. 2 hours ago, and we go to this. No fancy editing. You see 7.2K videos. We go to more. We go to more right here. I want to post like these amount of videos of coaching on my main. Like I want to turn my main into a growth vote. Oh fucking growth vote. You see, he has 5 billion videos, no shorts. We go right here. We go to click this. It's just him reacting to this shit. No more editing. Still getting pushed. We go to this no good personality for. I mean, he did have a good personality, but he don't go as hard as he should on these clips, which he shouldn't, bro. There's no need for this type of news, but yeah. But like I said, I'm turning my YouTube channel into a whole growth vote. We're gonna try to build up this channel at least by July 26th to at least more than at least if we could get it to 1 mil, I'm gonna go. It's 120 right now, but we're gonna try to get it to 1 mil. 1 mil, but yeah. And I'm not fully famous. Not at all. I do face the channels. I'm not fully worldwide known like Speed. No, not at all. But I want to turn my main channel into a growth vote and just get y'all nice ways like Tim does. Tim does, but yeah. We come over to here.
In Waukegan, Illinois, at a Lululemon store, Lake County officers
you see, it's not hard to edit. All he's just doing is reacting to a clip. Same with Moist Critical. Moist?
I mean, you gotta be thinking you're the smartest dude in the world.
Same with Moist. All Moist's videos are not edited at all. So I want to do my main. I want to take my inspiration from him and do it like my main. Have where I just post YouTube automation videos at me some of my nieces ways to create, and that's not creating slop. I'm gonna show you guys how to get good scripts too. How to avoid your scripts being slop. Looking slop generated, bro. That way the algorithm automatically pushes your video. So there's more videos coming for that. But if we go right here, you see 7,000 videos. We go to videos. 7,000 videos. I want to do this on my main, bro. Like post these amount of videos like Penguin Zero does. Because you see he's just posting all these videos like this. Like we go to this video right here. He's posting this, posting this, posting this. We go to this video. It's not hard to edit it. He inspired me a lot. He inspired me to keep going. And I'm not a guru. I'm not selling you no product or scamming y'all. So that's what only gurus do. I'm actually showing y'all the ways that actual grow. But yeah, Moist inspired me a lot. I want to post as many growth videos like Moist do. Moist like spams the channel with all these reaction videos. I want to do this shit, bro, like what YouTube automation do. Like I'm inspired to keep going with this shit. Do not give up with it. Like this is a long road. I heard Devin Shannon say he's not stopping until he hit 1 trillion, bro. 1 trillion fucking views. 1 trillion views, my nigga. All right, so we go to right here. So weirdos won't leave. You see, this got pushed to at least by 100,000 views, and you can see it's not hard edited. No hard editing's on it, but yeah, these videos is not needed for hard editing.
That seems harsh. It's like this fucking Joker type laugh. It's so yucky. So she is now explaining how much she doesn't like being around him, how uncomfortable she is.
Yeah, so I wanna post as many like methods like Penguin Zero does. So we go to more. He has closely to about. He has closely to about 13 billion views. So yeah. All right, let's go over there. So I'm gonna keep getting y'all these methods, bro. The grind just goes on, and I'm not stopping at all. Like I said, nothing is stopping me, and I won't let nothing stop me. I'm gonna keep going and keep going and keep going. My goal is at least. Let me show y'all. My goal is at least get this to at least. Let y'all see. So my goal is to at least, and I don't care about flops. Flops don't stop me. I'm used to it. All right, so I want to get this to at least 1,000 videos. 1,000 videos over here. I want to get this to 1,000 videos over here. And I want to get this to at least lives. I want to get this to at least 1K. And I want to go on my other channel and start posting growth videos. I want to have 1K videos right here. And I also have a growth channel. But this channel is smoothly. So we will be actually monetizing this channel once we get 300,000 views in long form. So that's like close to at least videos. So you only need 300K. Let's go to videos. Go to lifetime right here. So this channel is movie at least close to about. This is 100K, 110,000 right here. We go to lives. You see 85,000 right here. So videos is where I want to post more at. And live streams do help with your watch time, but I want to improve this shit. And I want to turn this into a whole growth vote. So yeah. So like I said, the stream is about to end. I'm gonna go back live later. I didn't react to Eddie's full video, but Eddie's video helped out a lot. And I'm probably gonna watch it. Just watch it like on my phone. But I'm in the stream. I'm gonna go back live and like later on, probably in a few days. But I'm gonna see y'all for day 10. It will be in long from the day. It will be in long from the day, but yeah. We'll be going in day 10 at like later on. Later on. Yeah, later on.